Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to another video. In this video I will introduce a new format to this channel, and it is a Q&A session because someone reached out to me via email and had 3 questions. I will do separate videos for them, and that means also for you, if you have questions for me, you can see my email in my channel profile, or you can also comment down here and I will try to answer all of your questions. So let's start. The first question from that email was your journey becoming vegan and any social challenge you encountered in that process. So I started to eat a vegan diet 6.5 years ago, I think. It all started for me in a late summer of 2017, and I was at a friend's place back in Dortmund, and we were having food and wanted to grill something, put something on the grill, and of course steaks and stuff. And at that time I was eating an omnivorous diet, but also thinking that I was having a factor on eating healthy with high protein and stuff. And I was with a friend that I visited, and a third person came. I didn't know him before. I think Lennart was his name. And then he said that he was eating a vegetarian diet, and I was just asking, okay, it's interesting, why? And he said that he spent some time in Argentina and he was working on a cattle farm, and usually he didn't have to do anything with the killing of the animals because they had some machine or some automated process. But then at one day that machine stopped working, and Lennart himself had to kill the cattle by hand. And I don't know exactly if he was using like a bolt gun or maybe even with a hammer or stuff like that. It was really intense how he talked about it. And at that day I ate meat at the grill evening, and then after that I thought about it a little bit deeper, because of course I had heard about vegetarianism, about veganism, and about all the reasons behind it. But somehow that anecdote from Lennart, it really stuck with me, and because I could imagine how hard it must have been for him. And that was also his start of stopping to eat meat, because he had the near experience with the animal and had to kill it with his bare hands, and not like with some distance or just buy the product in the supermarket and somebody else killed it, but he killed it himself, facing it eye to eye. And I think that's a very intense thing that he had to go through there. And then for me it was, I think, just 1 month of eating a vegetarian diet, because for those of you who know me personally, if I'm passionate and excited about something, I'm a nerd. I dive into it really deeply, and that's what I did with the production of animal products, animal foods. And it was just 1 month, I think, after I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating meat in August of 2017, and by September of 2017 I was eating a vegan diet and never looked back. Well, maybe, I don't know if I unintentionally ate something that, maybe some pastry back then when I still ate something that contained oil. Maybe then there was something where was egg inside, but I never intentionally ate an animal product since. And I right now cannot imagine that that will ever change again. So that's for the first part, how I started to eat a vegan diet. Now the second part, any social challenges I encountered in that process. And I have to say my family was so and so. My mother right now, I would say, influenced by me. She also eats a vegetarian diet, didn't do it back then. My father still eats meat and other animal product basically every day. And he was also the one who gave me the most shit about it. He was the most challenging. But I have to say, in a friendly manner, not like disrespectful, not like attacking me personally. So I would say my family was, as a whole, quite supportive. Also my sister and her boyfriend, They also eat vegetarian right now, and they didn't do it back then, but it was okay. Even when I came to gatherings, to events, I brought my own stuff, or they would make something vegan for me, so that was not a problem. And with my friends, I don't remember any social challenges that I have had. So everyone was basically really understanding. But that's maybe my last point for it. You also have to be a strong, solid, and respected character, and then there will be no or very, very few challenges coming in your way. So it's also the energy that you radiate. If you think, I'm not sure about this vegetarian or vegan diet, and maybe I will change again, and I will make exceptions when I go to some birthday gathering or to a family event. Then once you make some exceptions, people notice it, and maybe they will try to get you to eat more of the animal products. Like for me, everyone that knows me, for example, drinking alcohol, I stopped it now 11 and a half years ago when I was 20 and a half. Right now, right when I began to study, where everyone gets drunk basically every weekend and some people even every day, then I stopped drinking alcohol and I haven't had a sip of anything since. And everyone that knew me could transfer this strictness and this character trait, this discipline from me to my diet also. And if I told them I'm eating vegetarian now, and now I'm eating vegan, and now I'm eating fruit based, that's what it is. Either way I bring my own stuff, or you make me something, or I don't eat anything, or we don't meet up. So that's the only options. It's not an option to violate my ethics for any social gathering. So that's what I can say to this first questions. Any questions to this? Leave them down below. Any other questions? Leave them down below as well. And I hope you have a fantastic day.